Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the FSL PUBG Mobile Open Grand Finals. After Game 3, Sis Jenny, let them know.
Well, I see a lot of viewers just now, so I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Now, looking at number one is Victim Reaper with their consistent kill points that they have managed to clutch in number one with 58 in total. Close by, it's just only 4 points away. It's actually Beltron A. So the points is very close, very, very close. Actually, it's not four, right? It's three. 3 points away. Onic Glory, 54. Again, very close, 1 point away from Beltron. Revenge Thea with 32, one awakening teams from Thailand waking up and showing that they can kill too. Alter Ego Dion, 30 kills, again, quite consistent with kill points, but maybe one of the rounds they kind of missed out on the killing. If I'm not wrong, it was Sandhawk. Sabrina Assyria coming up in Mirama. I keep on calling them like, bro, this is your map, this is your map, wake up. And yes, they woke up with 21 after the third map. Monochrome Lead 17, Valdez Lady Streamer 17, FGD Black Swan 14, and Lunanera Esports at 13. So that's the top 10. Now we might fly right now to the beautiful island of Erangel, and where the Russian Federation might be here because seems it's inspired by then. And flight route looking into Cerveny ends in Novo. Again, it's going towards only the east side, so it might be a problem for teams that would prefer to land in places like Quarry, Primos, and Getka, and the list goes on. But again, this is much more preferable than the first Erangel we saw, which was a dilemma between Sovnoska and the mainland of Erangel. Usually when we get that kind of flight routes, players will not like it because, they have to crash for vehicles and stuff. But right now we are just going to see what will happen. Teams will just go on down and try to get whatever they can first. My prediction is that this round teams will play it more passive because it's one of the last round of the bigger maps, because after this we will be flying into Sandhawk Toast.
Now, I would like to divert your attention to the fact that we've got the plane back. The plane is back. No more invisible plane. No more Wonder Woman's invisible plane here. As we see BTR jumping in to Pollyanna. Sabrina will be nearby though. Will this be a hot drop? Nope. It seems like they are diverting away from Pollyanna. They know that one team is in the area. So Baby La just jogging on the spot, getting that warm up on. And thus, I'm not sure why you're facing into the corner. So as Kira just bringing that buggy back into play. And look at that circle, says Jenny. It's in the south side of the map. And Team RVG, they've been quite consistent. Revenge Thea, very, very consistent in all three games, I would have to say. But I want to point out that Alter Ego, after winning that first game in Erangel, they've been quiet throughout the other two games, subsequent two games. So will this be a resurgence for them to get back into the top of the table?
Probably, but right now my greatest worry is these two teams here. The sole representation for each country. We are seeing a MYSG fight. Most probably that will happen in Cerveny, which is something that I am not looking forward for, because it is the last, like I said, the last big maps, and these two teams have to camp for kills in order to get their team at least in the top 10. But right now, with this close combat, one of them will definitely get sacrificed. But like what I'm seeing here, Miko is on the scout to find vehicles. Not say that they don't want to take the fight, but it's advisable not to fight, especially if your teams are not in the top 10 at all. And if you were to lose one member or even get damages just only 3 minutes in the map, in the game, it is not advisable, knowing that there is much bigger threats out there with other teams. But as of now, Shalalu is also not looking for a point of engagement. If you realize, if they are into engaging, they would probably release the fire, or actually you can see the mini map, the members will start to push in closely. But now both of them are having the same meta, the same game mindset. They are not going to push. They will disengage. This is my prediction, that they will disengage. They will not contact at all, because they will save whatever they have right now for the later battle. And it's just that they have to waste this time. rather than, as compared to all the other teams that is busily looting, happily looting. But these two teams, they have to control on their looting and based on whatever things that they can get from the houses that is there.
Right, so bigger threats. You mentioned bigger threats. So we're looking at the tables, right? So the bigger threat, I would have to say, would be both BTR as well as Victim Reaper. These two teams consistently in the top 5 of the table. Right, other teams, they are not that consistent, with the exception of Onyx, who, to my estimation, has greatly improved since the first game of the day. Right, because they started off with a 10th placing, and after the second game and the third game, they secured a second place win before jumping on that chicken dinner in game number 3. So Onyx definitely have been improving, and if they claim a chicken dinner here, we could see another shift in the tables.
And yes, with right now, what we are seeing in the map earlier on, like I said, teams will do passive gaming, more lean towards passive gaming because like it is the last few matches already, and they will not battle for the area at all. You see, everybody's in their respective area except for Shelalu and also unfortunately PPG. They kind of clash in that area. So I think it's best for them to step out and go forward. But no, one knockout already has happened. Baby Bell seeing it as an advantage. Probably it's too close already. They have to take somebody down, and you could see that two of the members of PPG already scoot away with on the buggy. That's the reason why they only took two. If not, if it was a car, they would have took everybody out. But now I think they are rotating the other side. They are going to try and take down Shalalu. I think this is gonna happen right now.
And they definitely have to go for this final kill, right? Because both teams, they are already not in a very good favorable position, in the table standings. So they definitely need to unfortunately go at it. It's the battle of the causeways here as Grenade tries to push on to Dr. Sir Cloud's position. Two members of Dr. Sir Cloud in that compound, and they have to go for it. They took out Jana, Dr. Sir Cloud, Bible taking out Jana. So one kill already on the side of Dr. Sir Cloud PPG. So again, they're both teams not in a favorable position. So they have to go for all the kills that they can take.
Yes, I'm pretty much a bit set on what's happening right now. But then again, this is tournament. When you can get kills, you have to. You can't keep thinking of, oh, okay, because two of us is on the lower position. And right now, it seems like Malaysia, they can get these kills in order for them to get ahead of that 4 kill if they can clutch the entire team. With whatever loots that they have, iron sight on for far here, looking straight into the house, confidently, already know the position of the players. But again, like I said earlier, this is going to be a force out fight because the two of them decide to land on the same ground, and this is a fight that they have to take, and they will have to take it. Grenade already know there is a vehicle behind, so I got a feeling Grenade might just want to ditch the other player from... oh, good job from Meow Lady with that DP in hand. Probably it will slow things down a little bit because Baby Bell is one of the nearest one that is here. But it seems like Grenade, being the fragger of the team, will try to kill Baby Bell here coming out from the back because they can actually disperse already. They have the vehicles, they can go off. Probably 2 is better than having 3 on board. At least you get the passive, the placement points. Grenade is just waiting for Putri to come in. Blue zone's already in, not in their favor at all. Again, I said the timing is all that counts, and now the zone is pretty much very far from them. 1,000 meters, guys, right now. They have to get into the first few circles.
Team Shalalu has even the odds, taking down Bible, and now Putri struggling to go for that pickup. Unfortunately, Bible has been eliminated by Shalalu Signora, so it's now a 3-on-3 battle. Will this two teams still stay in here, or will they rotate out? I don't know if they want to stay in here for too long. Yes, it is still the first circle, but cumulatively, everything together, the damage is gonna be high, right? So, and Bunny does for one person. And the zone will take care of the rest. It seems like Putri very, very low. If she can get her first aid kit out, she will get her health back into play. So it does not seem like they want to go anywhere. And it is the battle of the causeway. Like I mentioned, they don't want to let any of the teams leave here without a full elimination.
Oh, jumping out right now. Oh, Bunny is gonna come out to fight. Five stars right beside. Come on, give the shot, but no. The was gave away that position of Bunny. So one more man down. Now we're left with Meow Lady and Grenade. All hope is in Grenade right now. If I'm not mistaken, Meow Lady is usually the scouter or at least the support. And now you see Meow Lady's probably decision making is to get into the vehicle. Get out, get out. And you will get out. Go and drive away somewhere safe. Get that placement points. Get that kill steals. And this is really quite interesting to see because they kind of hijack Dr. Circloud or even PPG's vehicle because they were the one who brought the vehicle to here and now they are left with a buggy to cross that 1,000 meters like a real causeway.
You're right, and I'm quite surprised that team Shalalu did not go for that retreat earlier. They still wanted to go for that fight. I'm quite surprised they didn't deploy those smokes to get out of that area quickly because the zone has already started to move in. They know they have about 1,000 meters to traverse and they're still there trying to go for the engagement, trying to go for those kills. And I kind of understand what they were trying to do. They definitely want to get those kills because like you mentioned, this is the last big map of the day. And this would definitely help them to elevate their standings with especially much needed kills and placement points. But losing two just to get one player eliminated, I don't think that's a good trade-off for Team Shalalu.
Yeah, unfortunately, but apparently today is not their game at all. They have not been executing it well. Probably, maybe sometimes it's not meant to be. Maybe other tournaments they would shine, but we know that they are all main players, main fraggers of Singapore ladies, I would say, and they have done their best. And it's still not over. A surprise could happen, just like yesterday, how Shalalu won the circle in Sandhawk. But then again, Shalalu aside, let's move on to all the other teams who will try to cross the river or the lake between Erangel and Sovnoska because I think the zone is still in favor of SMB. It might just end in that island in Erangel, or it could be half-half, like the mainland and also the island. But we can see a lot of things that's happening here. Most of the team will do scouting, planting, exactly where they want to be. Partly they will use compound. Because it is only predictable if they will use compound and they will get killed. And right now we are seeing RVG, my dear, with Pinky and the grenade just tossing over. That was a good reflex from Pinky. Can see the footsteps right now. If I were Pinky, I would shoot underneath this. Guys, this is actually, you can shoot the leg and you get some form of damage. But Pinky, probably, I'm not sure what is Pinky doing. Pinky is looking straight here, but not looking at the advantage. They could have just sprayed down, but you know what? Pinky got knocked out of nowhere from another point of contact. Summer did a very good flanking there. That is actually a third-party effect right now. So it became a third party because of the bullets that is coming through here, and it's going to be vulnerable for these two teams right now.
So Team RVG, this is Revenger Thea, one of the more consistent team in the grand finals. They are going up against probably the most consistent team out there right now, Victim Reapers. So a quick elimination here on both sides would definitely harm their current standings. As you see, RVG Thea looks like they are trying to rotate away and into the safe zone. I believe they've already gotten one kill and they're quite satisfied with that, and they will try to prioritize the zone and not so much on to Victim Reapers. They definitely know that is Victim Reapers after that knockdown. As we jump into the map and look at the eastern side of that circle, many a teams converging on to the outskirts of that zone. So we'll definitely be seeing a lot of bumper cars. One down, and it is just a total ambush. Two-man push by Team DMS 13 on that poor soul. Team number 9, I think that was team number 9. It is Onyx, who has greatly improved since the first game, like we mentioned earlier. And this could all be undone by Team DMS, taking them out very, very early on. Like you see, since Jenny, 56 players still alive, but it's still a full 16 room. So no full elimination just yet. There will be quite a number of teams with less than 4 players so far, and none of them coming from the side of DMS 13.
We're seeing a lot of off-angle key here from Onyx trying to take down DMS. DMS is also struggling to get into the scoreboard. They did a good clutch just now earlier in the previous map. But right now, I think Onyx is trying to get free kills because they need to override the scoreboard, get into number one or number one to number 4 to get that prize pool at least. So this is they were actually they were doing a diversion. They were moving around. They wanted to go somewhere else, but they stopped because they got contacted and they realized that I can stay here to get the kills. And that's why they are here right now. They're trying to bring down DMS, and DMS can't go anywhere. They are kind of grounded in that particular area. They are being surrounded right now, and this is really going to be vulnerable. It will be disturbing to see how they die, unless a third party comes in. Yep, there you go. A grenade is going to be tossed over in this red house, or the squad house, you call it. Oh wait, this is not the squad house. This is I can't remember what house is this, but this house where there's going to be limited areas for them to get cover once the trouble starts to come in. Actually, Onyx can push right now. Maybe one is slowed down. Kyle is slowed down getting the knockout here. But guys, keep in mind, DMS cannot go anywhere. They are grounded in this particular house, and there is already a third party. If you can see just now, there was RVG stopping by already. Gilleta's team just there. But I got a feeling Shalalu did not make it. No. Grenade managed to rotate nicely there because Meow Lady did not make it. But now can we look into circle out PPG? Because I got a feeling they are doing a standoff here. Yep, there is a standoff that is happening near the hilly side of Erangel on the northeast, where this is between Veldus and also PPG. 3 kills already. Yes, they got They got 2 kills from Shalalu, right, Toast?
Yep, 2 kills from Shalalu in that compound in the first circle, and 1 probably off stream. So we're not sure who they managed to bring down, but what is important is that 3 kills. But again, no full team has been eliminated just yet as FIFA. Oh, grenade just blowing the side of Eddie from RVG Thea, Revenger Thea. 2 kills already so far, so they're doing quite well for themselves. And of course, this is the 4th circle, sis Jenny. 4th circle, not a full squad wipe just yet. So definitely, it kind of rings true to what you mentioned, what you're predicting. Team's gonna play a bit passive. They don't want to go for those rush kills. They definitely want to secure themselves those placement points, as Bellatron still looking for that first breath. And they are going up against the RV. 1 player knocked down, and it is Milo taking out grenade. Shalalu Gaming has been eliminated, while we are still looking at Bellatron taking down Eddie from RVG. But 2 members of their own has already been knocked down. Potato and Baby La, 2 left standing. We'll try to chuck a grenade into the smoke, trying to get that lucky grenade kill. But will it register? Does not seem to be the case. But Dust has already been picked up. Kyra still crawling around for some help. Can Potato go for this revive here, as DMS 13 has already been knocked out? BU coming in online. And all 4 of BTR back in. And just like that, since Jenny, 2 team has already been eliminated. One of them is Shalalu Senora.
Nice. But we can see BTR was actually doing a flank here, trying to bring down Veldus and RVG, and I think RVG already been eliminated because of the flank that was happening earlier on from Potato. And I think they're going to do a barricade right now. That's the reason why we are seeing Dust kind of like shooting the vehicle. But you know what? Doing a barricade right now, it won't be ideal because it's only the 4th circle. We don't know exactly where the last circle would be. But you can see that the circle, most of the teams are using the perimeters. Nobody is coming into the middle just yet. The difference of last few rounds and the first few rounds, they are going to play much more strategical, trying to get the gatekeep to get the kill points. That's the reason why the teams are mostly parked at the perimeters and not coming into the center.
Yep. So I kind of echo what you mentioned there earlier. BTR, I'm not sure why they were creating that barricade or using those cars for hard cover because no one is entering from the southeastern side. So again, it's still fourth circle in play and still quite early for that barricade. So I definitely agree that it is quite early for that barricade to be formed as we see that circle has betrayed them so badly as it is now moving towards the north side. So BTR, I believe they might not have any form of transportation. So they got to haul themselves back into the safe zone.
One by one goes down just like a domino effect. But Onyx still alive here. Nobody is going to contest them from the back, probably just from the front. The only thing they got to prioritize right now is, of course, the circle that is just at least about 100 meters apart, not too far. They still can, have this time to heal, have this time to loot, take their time to do anything that they want to. Teams that are going to use a lot components to do it as a barricade. There's a lot of things that can happen here because I would say I actually like this circle closing. It has the elements of terrains. There is hills. There is Potato Hill, the ever popular ones in Erangel. We're seeing a clash of titans here between LNR and also oh, that was a close combat. Oink did not make it out. Lucky. I think this is a knockout. Oh my goodness, it is going to be a wipeout indeed. No more LNR. Beautifully executed. Dion has come back, guys. Now we are seeing a comeback for real. Dion, we were questioning on as to why they were like this, they were like that. Now they are coming back with a close combat. We'll bring down one team already, 4 kills in hand. We're just going to see all of the teams trying to get into this no man's land. But these terrains is, like I said, you can use it. You can use it to your capability, using the components, the elements, the props that is here for cover, for even a good rotation. This is really good. But then again, the high points. LNR getting that last few hits at the very last few circles. This is the 5th circle, so obviously the play zone is going to be a bit painful. Needs to think of what to do next besides getting kill points. So we are looking into BTR. One of them is being knocked out, which is Potato. Kira's life is pretty low. Baby La, again, the main fragger of the team, is still alive. The beautiful Baby La. She's so cute, by the way, guys. I'm sure all of you, some of you who are PUBG fans, especially if you are Bigatron fans, you have seen how she looked like. She's so cute and she's the fragger, feisty, cute little thing, you know?
So Bellatron already losing dust in this engagement. Potato obviously taking a knee for the meantime. And Azalea from DMS 13, Soul Survivor. Will she get this kill onto Kira? Kira brought down very low. RVG taking down Earn. And Potato has been eliminated, taken from that grenade. I believe that was from a third party from Vel. So Bigatron could be in trouble here. RVG finishing off Luna Nera. VHE has been sent back into the lobby. Summer Sky as well as Wine from Valdez. Valdez will try to take out Onik, who has been on a roll since game number 1. Since game number 2, where they took that second phase, but Wine pushing in very aggressively into the smoke. Not sure if there is anyone in there, but definitely she should know there is someone, but she's turning her back. She does try to get that push. Nope, that Godzilla is not part of the thing that you need to shoot, and decides to just rotate away. So a bit strange there that she went all aggro up to the car, but maybe because her bullets did not hit or did not register, she decides to just tuck tail and run.
Guys, just look into this shift here. It is concentrated onto that the hill or nearby the Potato Hill near Pochinki. It is going to be a high point vantage on the last few closing of the circle. We see this more in Marama, but guys, look into this monochrome again, getting onto the ledge. This is usually their strength, I realized. Yesterday in Marama, it was a similar effect, using the ledge, using the shoulder of the hillside, and just doing the jiggle movements, trying to bring down Team 3 right now. But Team 3 good points on how they actually covered themselves in the smoke. We'll try to bring out the best of the player that is inside. But now I'm just going to try and look into all the different teams so that I can, describe even more. Dion is just suddenly from the bottom trying to get into where the airdrop is, because not because they want to loot. Probably that is the last few circle shift. Monochrome again using the ledge, trying to rotate, knowing there is people inside. We'll try to bring these two down.
RVG already registering 5 kills, but they are down by 1 player, so 75% of firepower. They only have that much so far. Dewa United, I believe, has been eliminated courtesy from Onyx, and really we are seeing this uprising, this resurgence from Onyx. Like they found a second win, and will they go all the way? But unfortunately, Mute goes down to Cute. So maybe showing her charm there, knocking out that player from Onyx. And I'm not sure how many player Onyx has left. I could be wrong, but they only have one player. And this is Monochrome, and JT could be in trouble here, prepping that grenade. Could this grenade register onto JT? I think that throw was a bit too late, as JT will be able to rotate out from that blast. Uthis, on the other hand, does know that one player is in that shed and tries to shoot a few rounds into it. And they do see Valdez, team number 14. Valdez Euphrosyne is inside of that shed. 2 players, while Alter Ego quite close to where that airdrop is. They'll use that airdrop likely as a shield. So again, Alter Ego using their noggin to actually play very unorthodoxly so that they can confuse these teams. Right? Again, we've seen game number 1, they used the table, they got that win. Game number 4 now, they're gonna probably use that airdrop as cover or the back of that shed. But Vanilla from Monochrome probably just making sure to obscure their vision and probably disorientate them when moving into the safe zone. Alter Ego does take down Pinpin from Revenge's Thea, and we're just down to just 4 teams, 9 players still alive. 3 of which, 30% of which is from Revenger Thea. And like I mentioned, Revenger Thea, very, very consistent all throughout the day. And could this be the reward for being consistent? A chicken dinner in game number 4.
Well mentioned there, Toast. But suddenly I'm looking again into an Indonesia domination. All the Indonesia teams are here. No more any other country's team. But good engagement for Alter Ego Dion for trying to get that last few circle. They were estimating like, oh, maybe this is the last few circle, and true enough, it was near the airdrop. They didn't bother about the rest of the team that was fighting, and now we're just seeing RVG versus Monochrome versus Alter Ego Dion. This is where they come out to fight. But Monochrome trying to do this rotation, I would say this is a similar dilemma that they have seen yesterday over in Marama between Monochrome versus BTR. You remember the fight? Yes, exactly that. Using the ledge, using the shoulder successfully. Hopefully this time they will get the zone. But that was a nice shot from the top, knowing the position of the player already. They're just waiting for the time for the player to crawl in. Because you see, the body allowance, they do not want to compromise anything. Now, 2 teams left, 5 alive. We have only Dion trying to do that healing game, but Hia is somewhere in the map, not able to see that, using that allowance of space in the shed. Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to come in, but this is a nice, a beautiful shot, a very smart move here, trying to get kills. This point of time, I think Dion is thinking, I might not get the chicken dinner, I will just got to get the kills, because this is why Hia is here, not coming out yet, because it's going to be a bit tricky. But you know what, decision might change right now, because the smoke is being deployed for 19 seconds left into the match. They still can win this. They're just going to do a lot of deployments. But you know what? Monochrome is flanking. They are opening up. They are just waiting for them to come in. Because Zone is on them. Look at this beautiful vantage point. Here will go down, getting that knockout. Now Milo left. Push. You got to push, and they will get the winner chicken dinner. True enough. Winner chicken dinner to the shoulder Healy side people, which is Monochrome.
A beautiful last segment of the game. 10 kills from Team Monochrome lead. They'll take that chicken dinner in game number 4. Alter Ego will come in second with 5. Revenger Thea in third with 7 kills. Onyx, very, very consistent yet again. Top 5 finish, taking that 4th place with 3 kills. Valdez in 5th with a number of kills as well. Dewa United in 6 with just 2 kills. Bellatron, not sure what's happening here, but they take second place with 3. DMS 13 in 8th with 6. Luna Nera in 9th with 4. Sabrina Esteria in 10th. FGID in 11th. Victim Reaper, we've mentioned that they were consistent. They dropped down to 12th position with no kills. Another Valdez team in 13th position with no kills as well. RVG in 14th. Dr. Sir Cloud in 15th. And last but not least, the first team to be eliminated, Shalalu Signora. And Sis Jenny,
Oh,
since
well.
the caster's curse, right? We've said teams who were consistent falling somewhere down the line here. So what are your thoughts on that?
Probably again, it was the last Erangel, and that will definitely be a game changer in a few of these teams. They already have pre-planned as to how they're gonna take contests, even so on how their performance is today. So I would say the rotation was pretty much different in BTR. If you can recall the Erangels that they played from yesterday and today, most of the time they were using the cliffs. Or if
Yep.
they have the option to use compound, they will use cliff, they will use the rocks, they will use the prop. But if you realize today, in this particular Erangel, they did not use that. So it's a different meta. They were following the rotation. They were trying to get survival points. What they were doing in the first two Erangel, they were killing, they were killing, they were killing. That's the reason why you park somewhere and then you get a cover, you get a high point, you kill. But now they are trying to do a placement because you know what they don't need to kill. The only thing they need to do is maintain that position in the scoreboard. That's a different thing about Beltron in this particular game meta. But for the rest of the team, I would say it's unexpected, especially for the PPG versus Shalalu.
Mm,
Probably they were like, they can see each other gliding down. They know that, and even in fact, when they're in the aeroplane, they can know how many teams are left. They know there is
yep.
one team that have not alighted. Hence, that is something that they are telling themselves, I need to do this. I need to do this right. So, true enough, two of these teams, when they stood for long, like the engagement that I was saying earlier, they can't do long engagements, and you will lose your men just like that. And sure enough, PPG did not get to come in nicely, even though they were the ones who got the advantage of the manpower. Shalalu got in, but you saw how it kind of detailed everything. The plan was just broken up just like that.
All right, so let's see if Bellatron's tactic will work to perfection. We'll check back with the results after the break.